What's up, guys? Welcome to episode
32.
32. Yes.
32?
So, yeah, it's pre-recorded. I'm sorry, but I'm traveling. I don't have control over the audio. So, but we're going to talk about a very important concept. This concept you can apply to pretty much anything that you do in jiu-jitsu. It's very you can adapt it to whether you're attacking from the bottom, from the guard, whether you're attacking top side control, you're attacking from the mount. So let's talk about attacking strategies. Okay? A lot of times what I see it is very frustrating. You know, at white and blue belt, I get it because people don't have the depth of the knowledge. But even if you're a blue belt, or been training for a while, you can sort of start to string things together. Even if you kind of miss the next one, at least your brain and your body are working towards that goal and not just kind of one and done. Well, it could be done that you're in bottom side control now, or you hit somebody with a follow-up submission. So, as an example, what we're going to do is we're going to attacking top side control. We have the underhook on the far side. So this is a common position. So a lot of times people see that they have obviously this arm. So what they're gonna do is they kind of feel like, I got this. Yes, maybe no. So they take a spin around to the far side and sit. And sometimes they succeed and sometimes they fail. If they fail, go. They're back here. You went from top side control to bottom side control. So first of all, usually if you fail, it's because you made mistakes. But there's ways to mitigate those mistakes. That's one. Two, you got to have a backup plan. Always have a backup plan. Sometimes two or three, depending, at the high level, you may need to have two or three because that guy knows what you're doing and they can defend maybe first, second, and fourth, they're done. So, first of all, if you're going to have a successful attack, you must be precise. So, when I do the far side armbar, I need to fall perpendicular on Kion. If the more angled I am, so basically right now, Kion is already halfway. This is going to be not that easy for him to escape. He's halfway into his escape. Okay? So that's one. Two, as I'm falling in, a lot of people hold by the elbow, and then as he starts to escape, they try to reach. But notice that as my body leans to my right side, I'm helping him escape. I'm already letting him turn up, and now I'm going to try to see what I can do, see if I can somehow at least recover guard. So that was mistake two. So mistake one is when people don't fall into perpendicular position. They fall angled, which allows the guy to be halfway through his escape. So watch what I do. Let's do this way so they can see. Watch what I do with my arm. I'm already feeding it to my left side. So that's a quick, easy grip. So I don't have to do this and then try to reach for his hand. I'm feeding it to my left side, and this is done. So, one way, especially in this case, even though you may feel like you have that arm fully isolated, you're making a very big move. That spin around, you're moving your whole body 180 degrees, all the way to the other side. That's a big movement. A lot of times it's easy to lose something when you're making big movement because you're giving your opponent plenty of time to respond to your attack. Okay? So one way to make sure success happens is to be precise and try to go to the exact place where you want to be. That's one. Number two is we have to start to think follow-up plans, backup plans. So in this case, I have two or three because high-level guys, again, this is a big movement, high-level guy that knows he's basically, okay, my arm is isolated, but he's got plenty of time to start to defend it. So as I'm going in, I'm going precise. I try to go perpendicular. So as he starts to move, I can shut him down with applying pressure against my left inner thigh. Backup plan number one. Backup plan number two is if I feel like it's too late, my leg comes out, and now we go into omoplata. Again, question is, will I get this, or do I have to do some other terrible things to Keon to get him to tap? But that's backup plan number two. Sometimes you have to go even past that, where, but these backup plans a lot of times allow you to maintain your momentum, your attack. As long as you're attacking, it's very difficult for the other person to turn the tide. So, again, guys, start to attack in combinations. I know if you just started 6 months ago, that is difficult. You've been training for 3 years, you start to drill not just moves, but also sequences. And a lot of times, we talked about this, when you flow roll, you need to make sure that you basically start to attack in sort of, number one, technical way, precise way, but also have okay, what happens? You catch somebody, they tap, then you release slightly to allow them to escape. So now you could continue to drill plan B and plan C. And just like that, we're out of time. Guys, I'm going to throw out a concept because we're going to talk about this in greater detail on the app. So again, when I find myself in the isolated position where I have his arm isolated, the other possibility is for me to start to shut, rather than make a giant move and hope for the best, I start to basically now break him down in smaller steps. So even though I don't hit him with a big surprise, but it's also a big move, I start to chip away one by one. And from here, we have a lot of options. So I switched to a Kimura grip. Guys, if you're ever going to switch, don't do this. Make sure you just weave your hand. I have Kimura. I have scissor choke. And most importantly, if he turns to his knees, I have Budogatame style armbar. So again, in that case, I broke him down, but by then he might be sort of solidified his defenses, and now he's going to have a hard time. So as he's escaping, I'm shutting him down regardless of what escape he chooses. Guys, I will see you next week.